Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tell Me Why. Now, I can't remember what we were doing last time. I have actually no idea. What was it? Where were we? Oh yeah, we were in the cemetery. I forgot about that. We were just about to look at Mary Ann's grave. It's somewhere around here.
This is it. Right.
Is this it? No.
Yeah. God, I think I need a second.
I'm gonna have a look around, okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah, all good.
She's gotta be here somewhere.
Brookmore?
Not this one. Still not the one.
This one over here, maybe?
This might take a while.
There we go. Mary Ann Ronan.
Allison.
Is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What broke?
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her, and the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us! Until you threatened to have us taken away!
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well, just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa!
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
That's interesting about Sam. It was obvious something was going on. But that's interesting. Okay, could have done better. Do we had to do destroy our family? We'll go for this. This seems like the middling options. I don't want to forgive her straight away, but I don't know.
I get that Marianne wouldn't let you help her. But there had to be a better way to deal with it. Especially if she was having some kind of crisis.
Yes, you're right. There were other things I could have done. Better things. I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
I've been thinking about that since you came home. I believe that my life is better for having lived it by God's word. But I also believe we don't always understand what he's saying to us. I prayed for guidance, and seeing you standing here in front of me, such a strong and thoughtful young man, I think I have his answer.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Tessa, I know the last couple of days have been heated. I'm up for a fresh start if you are, but it's not really up to me. Tyler?
Interesting.
Are you really ready to forgive her?
I think she regrets what she did. But I totally understand if you don't want to see her anymore. It's your call.
I thought you couldn't stand her. What happened?
She did the only thing she thought she could. I can relate to that.
We'll go for this. We'll be nice.
I'm done losing people. And if we can't let people grow, then what the hell kind of chance do we have?
Thank you. Both of you. Kids, I never knew your mother's whole story, but it was obviously very painful. She always said you two were the only good luck she'd ever had. I'm going to try harder to forgive her. I hope you can as well. If you two are in town tomorrow, come by the cafe. Lunch is on me.
There gonna be coconut cake on the menu?
You know, I think there just might be. I'll see you two tomorrow then.
We'll be there. Come on.
That was something, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I had pretty much given up on her. But I guess sometimes people change.
I know. I feel like a total ass right now.
You shouldn't. She needed to hear all of that.
Yeah, you're probably right. Still, I might bring in a peace offering my first day back. Any ideas?
Jesus stuff?
Maybe I'll just finally bring back that book I borrowed 6 months ago.
There you go. I used to live on the bench. Okay. I keep every time when I said forgive Tessa. For some reason, a small part of me keeps expecting a little telltale thing popping up the corner, but your story is changing. I mean, I'm glad it doesn't, but it'd be kind of funny if it did, you know.
Not a bad view, right?
Yeah. I get now why they put cemeteries in nice spots. Takes a little bit of the sting off. Listen, I know this has been hard. I'm really grateful you saw it through with me. Fireweed was great, but there was no one really there for me like that, you know? You're the only one.
Hey, brothers and sisters, right?
But it's been way more brothers than sisters lately, which is why I'm trying to say thank you.
You really don't have to.
You saved my life, Allison.
Only for you to end up locked up in fireweed for the rest of your childhood.
Wait, are you still blaming yourself for that? Don't. It was my choice.
It's just... I stole your life, Tyler. And then I totally wasted it.
That's not true.
You're on your way to Denali. Michael's gonna be a famous chef, and what am I doing? Nothing.
Nothing. You've been working on that accounting degree, and your art's good. Really good. Stop putting yourself down. As soon as we figure this shit out, we're gonna sell the house, and you're gonna go to Juneau. You're gonna kick ass.
You make it sound so easy.
No. We never had a shot at easy. But we always pull through, right?
Yeah. You're right. Hey. Wherever Ranger Tyler ends up next, he better come down from the hills to visit us city folk every now and then. You hear?
For sure. And anyway, that's not gonna be for a while. We've got time.
Oh yeah, of course. We do. So I guess we know the story now, huh? Marianne was done with Delos, and Delos was done with her. Maybe she was too proud, but she worked so hard for so long, and when she reached the end of her rope, no one was there to help her. Not even Tessa or Eddie. And when she heard social services was coming, she
Gave up. But killed her kids? Really? I don't know. It still feels like there's something missing, right?
You're never gonna understand what was going through her mind. I'll bet even she didn't. It's probably always gonna feel that way.
I'm gonna fall asleep the second I hit the couch.
You better rally. We still have to do some cleaning before bed.
Do we have to?
Hey, whoever packs the most gets the big couch tonight.
Oh no.
Shit. Allison.
I'll get the fire extinguisher.
Ooh. Is it Sam? Or who's that?
Tyler, are you all right?
Allison. Barn.
Stay there. I got it. What happened?
There was a guy. He smashed me in the face with the door.
What guy? What did he look like?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see straight, and he was all in black.
Why would someone try to burn down our barn?
I don't know. But I'm going to find out.
Initially, I first assumed it was going to be, if that was Sam, which I'm not sure. But if it was, I was going to assume it'd be this here that was burned down the gun rack. But obviously, since that's fine, it seems there was something here. Ugh.
I
Stop
might have
pushing
found
me.
something.
I'm just about to look at that. Don't stop pushing me out of the way, Allison. Alright.
Is that a box under the barn?
Yeah, what the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So
Yeah,
he
it
was
does look
trying to
like, right?
burn whatever's inside?
We should check it out. I'm gonna need to remove a few more planks to get to it.
Where could we possibly find a tool to do that?
These planks look newer than the rest.
That corner used to be all dirt for chickens. She was always saying how she was gonna make this place a real homestead. Little house on the tundra. Is that a box under the
Okay, yeah.
barn?
Yeah, what the hell? I think this is where the fire started.
So he was trying to...
So, did Eddie teach you how to put out a fire?
Nope. I taught myself.
Handy skill to know.
Did he
Alright.
really have to smash everything?
Really turned this place upside down.
Okay. Both of you speaking at the same time is real helpful. Let's have a
He
look at
went
that.
looking under the rug? This gas can was already here this morning. He didn't bring it with him.
Interesting. Okay. What's that on the floor there? Hello? There we go. Oh, there's just another collectible.
At least you were spared.
None of the valuable stuff's missing.
Interesting.
Asshole even dumped the drawers.
Ah, there we go.
Guess we know how he made the hole. Step back.
I'll be fine.
Well, I only know one person who'd bother to decorate a storage box like this.
Marianne. Let's open it. What's that there?
Some kind of carving. Not sure what it is, though.
Okay, so it's prompting us to look at the Book of Goblins. So it looks kind of... There we go.
Wait.
There it is.
Look. It's the same symbol.
The Secret Keeper.
Well, let's see if we can find any numbers.
Goblins are in their voice. Once upon a time, deep in ancient forest craft, the goblin spied. The secret keeper, she made her rounds, gathering up animals the forest had for sale. How did she get people's secrets? She's heels opened their heads. Let's find out. Secret keeper. They watched her until the stalwart moose came to her, head hanging low. It was my fault. I chose the uneven trail. Can't bear to remember. The secret keeper nodded and gazed in his eyes. Willis couldn't hear anything. The news speaking to the moose. The secret keeper spoke in people's minds. The gift of the voice. After a few minutes, the stalwart moose blinked. I feel lighter. Did I just give you something you wanted? Not give him a coin. So he nodded and plodded down the trail. He spotted goblins hiding in the woods and narrowed his eyes, for he knew the goblins are often up to mischief. The two goblins whistled innocently. The moose was forced to carry on because they were not doing anything obviously bad. I need to know what the secret was. Let's go buy it. You want to buy me a secret, but you have to trade. Voice filled minds. Goblins used silver and a hairbrush that stolen from the princess. Secret nodded. And that is how the goblins came to know that Moose's mate had tumbled down a cliffside to her death. Ooh. So we moved on. The goblin said, I want to know more. So the goblins followed the secret keeper, hoping to find her. She hid her secrets. Followed her to a peak of a nearby ridge and watched as she stowed the rest of the day's secrets high in a cloud. When she had climbed, when she had gone, the cloud disappeared. She disappeared in the misty sky. Just to hands the clouds head full of memories, and they snatched their heads out. They just thrust them as if they just thrust the boiling waters. That was how the secret keeper found them, crying in a tree. Stole my secrets. See the secret keeper, give them back. Carter Goblin stopped crying because I saw an opportunity. What will you give us in exchange? I'll give you back the silver hairbrush. For so many secrets, you'll have to offer more than that. If I share the gift of voice, Carter Goblin's group started. That will do. Share the gift of voice of the goblins. Immediately they found that they could hear one another's thoughts and feel each other's feelings. Crafty goblins gave back the secrets they had taken and ran to the big wooden house. Found the princess preparing food. They tried to peer into her mind, but it was blank. Tried to speak to her using only their minds, but she couldn't hear them and see the secret was crafting the goblins, and she'd only just shared enough of her power to let the goblins use it with each other and not with the whole forest. And that is how the goblins stole the gift of voice and secret keeper, but why they could only use it with each other. Very interesting. Okay.
3 digits. Any ideas?
Marianne was never really a numbers kind of person.
Okay.
Wait,
You have to...
look. It's the same symbol.
The Secret Keeper.
Well, let's see if we can find any numbers.
So, the gift of voice. Inked. Handing him 1 coin, I guess. Carry on. Go buy it. Trade. Nodded. They move on for this very quickly. 1, 2, 2. Well, no, not really. I was thinking maybe number of things per page, but that'd just be 2, 2, 2. I mean, I guess I'll try it.
That wasn't it.
Okay.
Finding anything?
Just give me a sec.
There's nothing in the images. Oh, gathering up the secrets of the animals of the forest. For some reason I read that the first time it's gathering up the animals that the forest had for sale. No, this makes a lot more sense. My fault, uneven trail, can't bear to remember. Hear anything, you speak to the moose. A few minutes, I was blinked, I feel lighter. Huh. Jade of the princess. Dawn. More. Nearby ridge. So there's. Oh, there's a 3. Okay. There's a 1. 3 and a 0. Ah, okay. 1, 3, 0.
That did it.
So it's inside. Okay, 2 notes.
Guessing she didn't know how much of an ass he'd turn out to be.
Dear Marianne, I need to see you again. Now that sounds, I don't want you to think I chase after all the new girls in Dallas Crossing. I've always taken my vows seriously, but something changed when I met you. When together I felt like doing 8 down the high with my lights off, and I never want to stop. This isn't right. There's a lot to lose. We need to be with you again. Same heart symbol. Watch next time. Can't wait to see how it looks on you. Okay. And how about the other one?
Fuck. That's rough.
Sorry, in a situation.
This guy tried to push Marianne to get an abortion.
Oh.
Even though she wanted to keep us.
I'm trying to read that, please. I know you feel great mood, but I don't doubt you. Right now, we have to be sure we don't ruin 3 lives. My marriage has been happy for some time. She doesn't deserve this. It must be weird about you. People are talking. I don't want you to have to go through that. I know money's been tight, but I'll do what I can to do the right thing.
That's everything. What the hell?
So, Marianne hid a box under the barn. Box full of letters from our deadbeat dad.
He came for these letters.
He turned the whole place upside down and didn't take anything. All he wanted was that box.
And he was willing to burn down the barn to get rid of what was inside. You know what it all means, right?
Yep. That guy had an affair with Marianne, and he just tried to torch the evidence.
He must have heard we were clearing out the house. He was worried we'd find it.
You know, I can't shake the feeling I've seen him here before.
Listen, as long as it isn't Tom, I'll be happy. I like Tom. But I think we're going to leave here for today's video, so that's very interesting. So we've made up with Tessa, and it now looks like we're going to be chasing after who I can only presume to be their father. So yeah, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!